I didn't purchase any primer. I tried to get the Tatcha Silk Canvas in store, and of course they were completely out. I'm ordering it online now, and I should have ordered it online during the VIB sale, but I didn't. So I'm just going to be using the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For No Filter Mattifying Primer and Complexion Perfector. I really like this primer. I don't know if I like it like just so much better than the Pore Professional for the price, but I do really like it. As you guys saw in my last video, I got these two foundations. I have used them both so far. I really like the Fenty Beauty foundation. It is really great coverage, and it's great on my oily, large pore skin. I do like to mix this with some of my other foundations. Like if I'm a tad tan, this is pretty light for me, and I do feel like it just maybe adding a little moisturizer or a more lightweight foundation can help to make this not, because I've heard that it can be a little drying, and I've noticed on my forehead it can be a little drying sometimes, but it lasts all day long, which is like, what more can you ask for in a foundation? The other one I got is the Matte Velvet Skin Foundation by Makeup Forever. This has been going viral, as again, I said in my last video, everyone's obsessed with it, and I wore it, but I didn't put it on with any powder. I just had the foundation and a little concealer, and it just completely fell into my fine lines. I have a kind of a deep set wrinkle right in the middle of my forehead. Hello, Botox needed soon. I had to go in with a wet sponge like every 30 minutes to blend it out. It just settled into all my fine lines. It settled into my mouth wrinkles. I was just like, ah! I'm gonna continue trying this. Maybe use a setting powder, try to layer it on much more lightly, and then go from there, and maybe it will turn into a good foundation. Let me know if you want me to do another video testing this specifically, because I can't afford any mistakes today, so I'm going with my Fenty Beauty foundation. What I'll do is I'll put like 1, 2, and then 3, just tiny bit. And then I will take, like, for instance, the Makeup Forever HD. This one is like a much deeper shade for me. I'm just gonna just barely dot that on to give myself a little more color. And this one's much more, it's just not very like full coverage or anything like that, so it mixes in really well. I go in with a wet beauty blender, I use the butt of it, and I just start in with the light color, what is that? And begin to bounce that all over my skin. Personally, I feel like my skin looks really pretty with this foundation. I had a tester and I was like, VIB sale, I need it, and I'm very glad I got it. I didn't get any new concealers, and I'm really pale, so like all of my concealers right now are too dark for me. So I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Outlast All Day concealer. This one's really brightening, and I believe it is the right shade. So we're going with this. I feel like it is brightening, it's good coverage. It does have like a paint smell to it, and I don't love that, but it doesn't make me break out, and it works, so there we go. Same beauty sponge. I always like to dab the excess on my eyelid for a little, like, you know, eyeshadow prep. For some reason, the Sephora I was in didn't have any of the big ones. I think it was a JCPenney one, and they don't always have like everything, right? But this is one of the mini Laura Mercier loose setting powders, so I went ahead and picked this up, and I'm gonna use this to set my face. Again, the Fenty Beauty foundation is very matte. You probably don't need a ton of setting powder, but I just like the way that my bronzer goes on my foundation when it's like has this on it basically. So I use it no matter what, personally. That's just my preference. Some people are like, if they can get away without setting powder, they don't use it. But when I use, again, when I use my bronzer, I like my face to be like ready for it, and it just, I feel like it blends a little bit easier. This is something I recently got from Sephora. I think I've used it in previous videos. This wasn't part of the VIB sale that I purchased, but I'm gonna use it today anyway. Just a faint smell of coconut. I just sweep the excess bronzer all over the rest of my face just to brighten things up and make it look a little more even, and so I'm not quite so pale. I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in shade Captivating, as always, because I love it the most. This is a Morphe brush from their face palette, I believe, or their face collection. I just love how this brush sweeps the color onto my cheekbones. Like it's, I don't know, it's just so perfect. The bristles aren't too closely gathered, so it's not like plunging it on my face all at once. It just gives me this beautiful glow that I like, and I like to put a little bit here, a little there, just everywhere. And the moment we've all been waiting for, color. We've got the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette, and we have the Violet Voss Flamingo eyeshadow palette. And we can go ahead and do an eye look. So the thing is, I really just want to use like every shade in both of these, so yeah, like really. I think the lightest shade in this is Sand, and I'm gonna start with this as my transition shade and just put that all over the eye to pack it on and really set the eye. So again, I'm just starting with shade Sand. Now I'm gonna go into the Lemonade palette, and I'm gonna use this shade Sweet Tea, and I'm gonna put this in my crease. Now we're gonna take the shade Mango, and we're gonna buff that right above that Sweet Tea shade. You'll see what I mean. So you can see I'm blending it right above where we just put that shade down, all the way across the eye. So next what I want to do is use Beach Ball on my lid. I want to somehow use Tidal Wave as well, but I also think that that blue shade would look gorgeous with this washed over it. So we're gonna see what we come up with. I just have these ideas and I hope that they work out, so here's to hoping. So what I've done is cut the crease by just putting a little bit of concealer in the middle of my eye and looking up. And then what I've done is taken Beach Ball and I just filled in the edge between here and here, as you can see. Now what I'm doing is in the middle of the eye, and then over the two sides, I'm putting this Oceanfront shade. And I know it looks really messy right now, but trust me, good days are coming. And I have full faith in this look, full faith. Now I'm going back in with Beach Ball, and I'm going to repack that on the middle and outer sides of my eye. It's going to show up a lot better now over that orange because of the other shades we put down. I really could have just used like each of these palettes individually, and now I just want to so bad, but I'm trying to use both of them. Like I just see a lot of cohesiveness across here. What I want to do is I want to cover the middle of my eye with this strawberry shade. It's slightly purple iridescent, and I want to go ahead and put that in the middle of my lid. This is going to go right in the center. I thought this is gonna look really pretty on here, and it does. I'm going back in with a little of the Beach Ball shade just to make sure that these inner corners don't lose their shine. And blend that into what I just did. Ah! I love that. Okay. I'm gonna add a little more yellow to the top of this. It's not quite so orange because I feel like that's gonna even our look out even more. Now what I'm gonna do is wipe off this excess powder under my eyes, do my brows, and then my lashes, and we're gonna come back and do the under eye. Okay, so I did my brows and my lashes, and I did a little line on the top of my lid just so they blended in a little bit more. I've been using the Ardell Demi Wispies lately, and I really like them. This is the second use of this pair, and I think I put them on a little funky. It makes them look like they're popping off in the center, and they're not. Any tips on that, guys? I don't know. Because I like the price, $9 for 2 of them, and you can wear them like probably 3 times before they get disgusting. I don't know. I try to reuse lashes. They're expensive. I'm not trying to like one and done, you know? So what is next is I need to do my lower lash line. So I need to go ahead and do shadow for that and top it off with some lipstick and highlight and, you know, kind of finish up this look. So let's get started with that. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Dominique Cosmetics Sweet Tea shade. Going to buff out that shade even further with the shade Mango, just like we did at the top. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of that strawberry shade in the center of my bottom lid as well. Okay, for highlight, I wanna use this Lemon Soda shade on my brow bone. All right, that is almost it for the eyes. Now I'm just gonna put on a little bit of white liner on my bottom lash line, or should I do black? I'm gonna go in with white. I'm gonna use this Maybelline Lasting Drama Light Liner in white, and I'm gonna use that in my waterline. Okay, and then I just need some bottom mascara, so I'm gonna go in with my Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara for this. Lastly, I did buy a bunch of lipsticks and lip glosses. One of them was this H2O gloss, which I really love. This one is in shade Sandy Toes. I don't know what it is about these glosses. I just really, really love how juicy they are. And I'm not usually a gloss kind of girl, but I don't know, I've just been really into it lately. And I like pairing it as a topper over a shade or by itself, like on a chill day. This isn't from VIB, but this is the Revolution Makeup in shade Rain. It's a liquid lipstick. Really pretty and pink. And then before it actually dries down, I'm gonna put the Tarte lip gloss right in the center. And the thing with Tarte is everything smells so good. Look how juicy that is. Is it not just like the best? Ugh, I love this. Add some highlight with my Becca highlighter. Still haven't run out of this, so didn't need to get any extra at the VIB sale. Creeping Perfection. All right, my loves, that is the finished look. What do you think? I had a ton of fun doing this for you guys. And hopefully it was helpful for you guys to see how well these products work, what I liked about them. Honestly, there wasn't a single thing I put on my face today that I didn't like. So I've loved all the products so far that I used. I would definitely recommend all of these. The Flamingo palette, I really, really like the shades, and I feel like I'm gonna play a lot more with them. I feel like today I did only use like maybe 2 of these shades, and I did tend to gravitate more towards some of these shades. I think it's easier to pick colors when there's not quite so many of them. And obviously all of these are gorgeous. I feel like this is a must-have. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think down below. Sound off if you will. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on my future videos. And give it a like if you thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you did that. If you wanted to see all of the other products that I also got, I didn't use absolutely all of them in this tutorial today. It's gonna be up above here in a card, and I'll also link it down below, but I just filmed that video. If there's anything else from that unboxing that you particularly want to see, or if you want me to do like another look with one of these palettes, like maybe more from the, of course it's backwards, maybe more from the Flamingo palette, just let me know, okay? All right, my loves, I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.